Susan lost her baby 2 years ago. The doctor said it was apnea, and it was not her fault. After death of the baby, quarrels began with her husband, and they divorced. Susan moved to another city, changed jobs, but the burden of the past loss was constantly with her. One day, on the way home, she met a neighbor. He was carrying heavy bags of groceries. Susan helped him carry them to the apartment. Mr. Lee asked why she was so sad. He was looking at her so intently, and Susan needed to speak out, and she did. "I know how to help you," Mr. Lee said, "but only help for help, okay?" Susan didn't really believe in the man's words, but she couldn't refuse. The man went into his apartment and told her to wait for him outside the door. He returned with a bag. He looked around and whispered. He said that the bag was an important thing for him, almost a relic and very expensive. But Mr. Lee was having a home renovation, and he doesn't trust the workers. They can steal this thing. He doesn't trust banks, so he asks Susan to take this thing to her place. He hopes for her decency that she will not look inside. Susan said she would hide the bag in her closet, but the old man waved his hands. He was against it. He told her to always carry the bag with her, because the locks on the doors of their apartments are not reliable, and she's almost always at work. Susan thought it was odd, but she agreed. She took the bag from the hands of the old man and regretted that she had agreed. The bag was very heavy. She carried it with her to work, to the store, and even when she was just walking in the park. It was terribly uncomfortable, but she endured. When she met Mr. Lee again, she asked if the renovation had finished, but the old man just shook his head. Susan didn't know how to get rid of this burden, and in the end, lost her bag. She was going home from work and put her back on the seat on the bus and almost overslept at her stop. And when she ran out into the street, she realized that she had left the bag. She went to the transport company, but no one gave the bag to the driver. Susan came to Mr. Lee. She began asking for forgiveness. She said that she would pay for the lost thing, but the old man only smiled. "Oh, don't worry. I've wanted to throw away this old bag for a long time, and there are a lot of stones around. This bag is like your past. It's useless and only makes your life miserable." Susan smiled as she realized what the wise neighbor wanted to tell her. She was not healed right away, but from that day on, she began to treat the past differently. The past is too important a thing to carry with you all the time. Leave the heavy things to make the future easier.